Actually GQ that was on.
What is solo and see what you find, huh?
Yeah.
You see a lot of brands out there, they start, but then they never really do anything after that, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. It's your boy Prince IG, and right now we are at the Fashion Thrift Society right here in Loftus, Fremantle. It's absolutely booming. It's going crazy. We're gonna go around, see what clothes they got, talk to the people with the brands, and see what their brand's all about. I'm interested to find out what's going on, and I know you are too. Let's go crazy.
And then T, Leo, and then Co. Yeah, Attilio Co. at our Instagram, our website, attilioco.com. We are at Fremantle Markets at the moment as well. Yeah, so we're pretty much on TikTok, Instagram, and yeah, that's all the fun stuff in between.
Who am I with today at the Fashion Thrift Society?
Jacob Johnson.
Jacob Johnson. What have we got here? What's going on this? Tell us a little bit about the Midnight.
This is my brand, Midnight Vendetta. Started this shit during COVID. Taught myself everything I needed to learn. I've been grinding out since. It's been doing good, so been loving it.
So the people don't know this, or they probably do, but I've seen your stuff on Vogue. Tell us the process of that.
Vogue, so it was actually GQ that was on. So they pretty much just hit me up one day. I got an email from them. I don't know how they found me, because my brand's pretty small, so I only got like a couple thousand followers. But yeah, I just got an email one day. They wanted me to be a part of the like 3 issues they had, and I was like, yo, let's do it. And then that was that. That's pretty much that's all.
How do you feel like as a local Perth Australian boy or man, and your brand is going to the stage of being worldwide? How does that make you feel?
It's very fulfilling. It's good to see it all kind of come to fruition. You know, I put a lot of work into it over the last like 3 or so years. Started off slow, but we're seeing results now. So it's good to see it all come together. You know, so I'm happy with it.
I like that. What was the inspiration for you creating a Midnight Vendetta in the first place?
I just couldn't find jewelry. I couldn't find shit. I was sick of not finding jewelry that I liked. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it myself. I always knew I wanted like my own foundation. I wanted to build my own business. Didn't know what it was. I kind of always worked in fashion, but I didn't want to make a clothing brand because I felt like it was too oversaturated. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do jewelry. And doing a lot of shoots and shit, like through modeling and stuff, a lot of the brands I worked with, especially designer brands, like you'd be so surprised. You're working like all day on a shoot and the jewelry won't even last all day. It'll either rust, break, snap, whatever. So I was like, fuck, I'll just do it myself, make shit I want to wear. So I just make designs that I would wear that I like and put it out there. And then
okay, so the people who don't know what a Midnight Vendetta may mean to you, or what you want to put out to the audience, what does the Midnight Vendetta mean to the people?
Oh shit, what does the Midnight Vendetta mean to the people? It's about expressing yourself and just wearing the things you like. I don't do no staple pieces, so I'm kind of just like, I just want to make different designs that are captivating to people and interesting. And yeah, hopefully it inspires people to just dress how they want to be and express themselves however they feel. So
I like that. Where can the people find you? Where can the people find a Midnight Vendetta?
You can find me online at Midnight Vendetta. It's my Instagram, it's my website. Yeah, it'll come up straight away. So that's me.
Okay, who am I with today?
Tim Kamaya.
Tim and Kamaya. I've heard of the Ascension brand, but for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about it, bro.
Alright, I started Ascension about last year December. It's just sort of a passion project for me initially. Just something that like I love clothes, love streetwear, and I just thought I wanted to give my own take on it, right? So that's why I started it really. I'm super big on elevation. I'm super big on self-improvement, and so that's why I chose Ascension as the name, and I think it reflects in the way I dress too. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. How have you found that creating your own creative experience with your clothes has been?
A lot more difficult than you think, right? I think it's a learning curve with anything. Sometimes you're good at dressing, but it doesn't mean you're good at marketing, doesn't mean you're good at advertising, designing, all that kind of stuff. So you're just learning and getting better with everything, with every day, really. Yeah.
What are your next year's goals with Ascension? Because we don't want to give you the whole 5-year long term. Let's see what's happening within the next year.
Yeah, okay, so what I want to do is just drop consistently. You see a lot of brands out there, they start, but then they never really do anything after that, you know? So I want to be able to drop almost seasonally, so summer, autumn, winter, spring, and have something ready for the people, so that one, you build up reps, so you get better at sort of what you do in the clothing industry, and also people are they know about your stuff a lot more. Okay, so within the next year or two, that's just my plan. Really be consistent with my drops, and see where that takes me. Really.
So far, because it's been a year for you with Ascension, what do you think your core audience is right now?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. I think it's a mixed bag. I think from my sales, you're seeing about maybe like 18 to the 30-year-olds, it's actually a mix of guys and girls. Even today, I've just had a bunch of different types of people. Really, you get the young kids, and then you get the sort of the older crowd, the young adults, and stuff like that. So it's a mixed bag, to be fair. I do want to sort of niche it out eventually, but when you're starting out, you kind of take what you can get initially anyway. 100%. Yeah.
So the people who are missing out on the Ascension line for the moment, or Fashion Thrift Society, what have you got to say to them?
What are you doing with your life? Honestly. What are you doing? You should be here right now. I think there's another one later this year, so definitely check us out. We'll be there too. Okay.
Guys, just make sure, if you aren't here, make sure you find him online. He's going to give you the website. He's going to give you the Instagram. And just what's the Instagram, my brother?
The Instagram is The Ascension Clothing. If you don't know how to spell Ascension, it's ASCENSION. Bit of a mouthful. And then the website, I think it's just ascensionclothing.net. Yeah.
Appreciate you. That's it, bro.
So much,
Thank you, bro. That was smooth, bro. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, who am I with today?
You're with Shay Drew, the one and only. How's it going?
I like that. So you're pretty much a spectator of Fashion Thrift Society, bro. How are you finding today?
Basically, the parking was the biggest task I had to take on today, all right? It is not easy to find no parking. Plan in advance, bring a bike, catch a train, or get a DD and Uber, because if you don't got that, you're in a lot of trouble. So yeah, but now that I'm finally in the place, I picked up the Stone Island hat, $100. I'm repping a Stony 2, of course, pants, Hypnotize. We've got the Gore-Tex XT6 Advances by Salomon, one-of-a-kind shoe. I did the Ghost House Trail in Yanchip. These things, undisputed. Fantastic kind of stuff, yeah.
Hey man, don't leave out the glasses. Tell us a bit about the glasses, bro.
So these glasses, they're from Specsavers. They used to belong to my late father, God rest his soul, of course, but they fit my prescription too, which is awfully strange. So hey, I gotta rock them, and they go with the fit, so why not?
I like that. How long have you been like a fashion enthusiast? How long have you been interested in fashion?
I've been interested in fashion for a fair bit, but it's evolutionary to say. You don't find your style the first day you start putting on clothes. It's a process. You experiment. You try all sorts of things. That's necessarily how one would have to do it. You don't put on the clothes and say, this is what I'm rocking forever. You keep delving into different places. If you want to inspire yourself to wear different clothes that you might have not worn before, you've got Pinterest, of course, but you've also got nightclubs, you've got raves, you've got festivals. Sometimes these people really be throwing it on, especially if you go to Garbage TV. Shout out Kyle, Rat Brain Tattoo. This guy, he's the one hosting these events. It's proper business. Everyone's always got that shit on, so to speak. Yeah. You might have to believe that one, but
no, we're keeping it in. You got the personality to speak. You got good energy. Do you do anything outside of this? What's going on?
I do IT for a living, cyber security. That's where I get the dosh to buy these fine things. Coach bag, picked this up not too long ago from Karen Up. So yeah, that's what I do with myself when I'm not gallivanting around these kind of events, so to speak. Yeah.
I like that. Are you from the UK by any chance?
No, I'm actually Nigerian, Australian.
Niger boy. Niger no they carry last. Niger no they carry last. I like that, bro. Are you with anyone today? Like, what's going on?
I'm here by my lonesome, but I've seen a couple familiar faces, so that's always good to run into, you know? You go solo and see what you find, huh?
I like that. To the people who aren't here, Fashion Thrift Society, what are they missing out on?
Everything. Some of the best garments. There are plenty. So many. I actually came to this last minute. Yeah, 9:30 till 2:30. I got here around, what? Check the watch. Trousseau go over the fit, so it's around like 1:30 now. So we got an hour or so to go. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff. If you ain't here, you're missing out on a whole bunch.
You're missing out. Come through. Hey, bro, thank you so much, man.
No, thank you so much.
Hey, let me get you in. Who am I with today?
Lonnie. I'm at the Vintage Sleuth.
I like that. Lonnie, so you got a brand. You got what is going on here?
I sell a lot of Y2K vintage, 90s, and also heaps and heaps of upcycle pieces.
I like that. How long have you been doing that now?
Honestly, like a little under a year. Yeah, so I just started this business. I'm like fresh out of high school, so yeah.
Businesswoman fresh out of high school. What has that experience been like?
Look, I mean, I know that in high school, I started this like at the very end of high school. Very, very hard. A lot of people very judgmental. But I've always loved vintage clothing, so it's an absolute passion of mine, and I've honestly enjoyed it so much.
I like that. I like that. What do you think your message is to the people with regards to vintage clothing?
Be unique. Honestly, like, see that weird funky piece, wear it. Like, it's so much fun. Just be yourself. It's so, so much fun.
I like that. What are your goals with vintage fashion, or are you trying to do something more?
Look, I have been into fashion since I was a little kid, so I'm looking at opening a website up after this market specifically, because the market, I usually do FOMO, the ones at FOMO Frio, but they're closing down because summer's over. So I'm moving into creating a website and then hopefully selling more of my upcycle pieces like this one here.
Tell us a little bit about this one here. This one actually caught a lot of people's eye from what I see.
Yeah, so literally everyone goes up to these, but I made these shorts literally the other night at like 12 a.m. They've got like faux fur and then like grommets and lacing. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's after that like Y2K, like with the fluff on it and everything, but it's like so hard to get, so I kind of saw like a gap in the market. But yeah, everyone picks these up, but they're like a super tiny size, so I think that's why they're hard to sell, but I'm hoping to do more and more of them in the future.
I like that. I like that. To the people who are not here at Fashion Thrift Society or seeing your brand, what are they missing out on?
Everything. No, I'm joking. Honestly, I think the Fashion Thrift Society is such an awesome event, especially especially for people like still discovering their style. Like, there's so many different pieces, so many different aesthetics. It's honestly awesome. Everyone should be here.
I like that. Where can we find you?
On Instagram, I'm at the Vintage Sleuth with underscores in between, and I'll be setting up a website soon, so just keep an eye out for that.
I like that. All right, who am I with today?
You're here with Michael Ellis, mate.
Michael, what is your brand? Tell us a little bit about it.
So the brand's called Crosspath. So it's all about mental health and crossing paths with new people and crossing onto a new path in life. So I got bullied in school, and now I do this, and now I go to schools and do talks. Yeah, full switch. Yeah.
I like that. How long have you been doing this now?
I started July 2023, so it's coming up on 2 years. Wow. Bought my first shirt last month, 2 years ago. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's amazing, bro. With the business, what's it like being someone with a brand in Perth now?
It's different, eh? There's so many people. So many people do it, but it's great to see because everyone finds a way of getting creative. And now I'm doing workshops so I can teach people how to do this.
Yeah, wow.
Because everyone needs that to express themselves. Yeah.
Where do you think that your core audience is? Is it in Perth? Is it in Melbourne? Is it overseas?
Perth is a big one, and then from there you kind of go like all of Australia, but then you also a lot in the UK. Yeah, UK's liking it. Yeah.
Do you have any family in the UK?
Nah, bro, I just meet a lot of people.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that. I feel like networking is half the battle at that point, right?
Oh yeah, but networking's fun. Like I said, crossing paths with people. That's what the brand's about. I started this knowing no one, literally no one. Yeah.
Where do you see crossing paths in the next year going?
Next year, well, we're establishing ourselves as a wakeboard brand right now. So all the wakeboarders getting into it, running like the big events. So I see this turn into like a version of Red Bull. Yeah, but like without the energy drink.
I like that. I like that. Do you think that you're going to stick with clothing primarily, or are you going to branch off to do something else with the Crosspath brand?
Well, it's going to turn a lot into events and like comps and like social things and everything like that. But the clothing and the art's the most important part because it's all my hand-drawn art.
Yeah. I like that. To the people who are not seeing Crosspaths right now, first of all, where can we find you? And second of all, what are they missing out on?
You find me on Instagram's my main one, and then website obviously like crosspathclothing.com.au. But then I'm posting where I'm at all the time. I got my van that holds half my stock, so you can find me literally on the road.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, you got to get onto this brand. It's kind of more about just clothing, but it's also the clothing's really nice. It's not crappy merch.
I like that. It's okay to toot your own horn a little bit.
Oh yeah, you had to. I had to be so humble at first, and it was scary to talk about yourself. But now it's just like you got to toot yourself up a little bit, but don't be like one of them people.
Yeah. I guess there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, right?
Oh, exactly. And Perth gets a bit like that, but everyone like gets so hung up on that. Everyone talks about tall poppy syndrome and all that. They talk about it too much. You're making the problem.
I see that. Okay, you're kind of like feeding into the problem by talking about it all the time, right?
Yeah, all the like media people, they all talk about it so much, but if you just let it be, people will stop acting that way. Yeah.
That's a fair assessment. I like that, and that's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, thank you. Hello, who am I with today?
Jamal from Gold Up Store.
Nice to meet you, my friend. Tell us a little bit about Gold Ups. What's going on?
So Gold Up Store is a platform for local brands. We only sell local Perth brands, and we try to help them, promote them and all that. And we also work with a lot of local businesses as well. So our whole idea of it is just supporting local brands.
That's amazing. So it looks like you're a facilitator of local brands. I'm assuming all this is part of the Gold Ups collection, right?
Yeah, so these are more retro vintage clothing. So one of our brands, he sells a lot of vintage stuff. So we supply all his stuff as well. We also have our in-house brand as well, our Gold Ups Essentials. But most of the clothes that we have there, they're all from Perth, and they're all like printed and made in Perth as well. So yeah.
I like that. Especially creating a business. What gave you the confidence to think that you could do this here in Perth?
Well, we first started with a printing store, and we used to just do t-shirt printing, customization, and after a while I realized there was actually a lot of local brands that used to come to us, and we used to do a lot of printing for them, but the problem was they never had a place where they could sell their own stuff. So pretty much that's when I got the idea, and I was like, I have this store, I'm only doing printing, and it was like a big store, and I was like, why don't you guys come bring your brands into the store, and then we can help each other grow. So that's where the idea came from.
I like that. Okay, cool. With the Fashion Thrift Society and just the environment here, how do you think that Gold Ups has been received?
I think it's been received very good, especially in Fashion Thrift Society. Every time we come here, I think we get our biggest sales because most of the people here, they're into fashion, and they're into clothes that are not like your normal clothing. You know, they like to find something unique, and that's what we provide. Because all our local Perth brands, they all come up with something unique. So I think it's like the perfect spot for people to come and buy stuff.
I like that. Where can the people find Gold Ups?
So we are located in New Park Shopping Centre in Girraween. So you guys can find us there. At the moment, we're building our new store inside New Park Shopping Centre in Girraween. So maybe in the next 2 months, we'll have a new store as well.
So the people who are not here at Fashion Thrift Society right now, and the people who are missing out on Gold Ups, what are they missing out on?
You guys are missing out on a lot, man. Like if you guys are into your fashion, if you guys are into something unique, then Gold Ups is the place to see, man. Because all the other places, they all have the same stuff, but for us, you always find something unique. Like if you buy anything from Gold Ups, you're not gonna buy it from anywhere else. So we can guarantee you that.
And that's it, my friend.
No problem, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right, who am I with today?
Hey man, my name's Dart and from Fresh Up.
Tell us a little bit about Fresh Up.
Fresh Up, well, it's a not only just a brand, it's a vintage store as well, but also not just vintage. So we like to mix both of the best, both worlds. So not just vintage, but also brand new products, so that like everyone can walk in. You know, it doesn't matter how much you got to spend, but you'll be able to find something. So yeah.
What makes Fresh Up the place to go to?
Shit, man, multiple things really. Like we got everything, so it's not just like vintage, like, you know, old jerseys and whatnot, man. You can get some button-ups, you can come get some nice like corduroy pants and everything. So yeah, we cater to all different styles and target audiences. Like there's not just like one person that we try to like target, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. As a local Perth brand, how have you found expressing this brand? How have you found the people receive you? How have you found the community come around Fresh Up? Right, so honestly, it's been the best part. So like starting the brand, you know, making the money, it's great, but like the community involvement and like encouragement to keep going is amazing. So like events like Fashion Thrift, you get so many people that actually come up, and they're not just like wanting to buy like your brand, they want to know about it, how you started it, where it came from, and like why you're doing it. And so it's really, really great. So you get to meet like so many different people and just like so many different walks of life as well, like, you know, so you find all the uniqueness in Perth, which, you know, to be honest with you, I thought lacked a bit, but that's my own thoughts. It's crazy, like, honestly, as someone who's lived in Perth pretty much most of his life, you think that Perth doesn't have that uniqueness, Perth doesn't have that spark, but lately I think that the culture is shifting a little bit, where people are a bit more open-minded to different sections. Do you find that that's the case? Yeah, 100%. Especially ever since starting Fresh Up, because I was in the same with you, where it's all just like same old boring panda dunks, you know, whatever's popular at the moment and everyone's getting into. But now that I'm in this scene, I don't know if it's just because I arrived or if Perth has always been like this. But yeah, man, just the uniqueness and like the people's like willingness to go bold with some of their stuff. You know, I've really appreciated and like enjoyed seeing that around.
I like that.
Yeah.
What does Fresh Up mean to you, and what should Fresh Up mean to the people?
Man, Fresh Up means everything to me. It's more than just my business. It's like my baby. But I wanted to start something that it helped everyone in the world. Like, it wasn't just a way to make money. And so that's what Fresh Up is to me, and what I want the rest of the world to see it as. Not just some, you know, expensive looking brand or whatnot. Like, that's why prices are up and down. I want it to be affordable for everyone. I want everyone to realize that, bro, you don't need to go and buy $500 jeans or shirts to look good. You can look good in anything and everything. It's just about you, right? So that's what Fresh Up means to me, man. And that's what I hope Fresh Up can mean to everyone. Just like a place for them to come to be them, you know? So yeah.
Where can the people find you? Where can the people find Fresh Up?
Well, right now we're only online and on Instagram only, like Fresh Up itself, but we've just started off in Gold Dubs, so we now sell all of our products in Gold Dubs store in Geraldine. And then yeah, after that, man, who knows? Probably everywhere.
Stay, keep a watch out, watch this space.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Fashion Thrift Society right here at the Loftus Recreational Centre, right here in Perth, WA, Leaderville. Great times, great vibes, lots of fashion, lots of people showing their ideas and conveying what their brand means to them. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more, because it's about to get crazy on this channel. Let's go.